Hey, what's going on, guys? Sri Kanase here, and today we're finally beginning our chapter in Facebook ads. Now, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button down below and be sure to like this video because that lets me know that you guys are enjoying these videos and it's providing you some value. Once again, we're growing extremely fast and I'm very thankful for everyone who has subscribed, and if you haven't already, do make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for these awesome videos. So let's begin. So the long awaited series is finally here and it's on Facebook ads. I'm sure many of you have a lot of questions on Facebook ads because you may not be finding any success or the success that you're looking for with Facebook ads. I was originally planning on making a big video on this, which would last about 40 minutes, but I decided not to because it just gets boring. What I did instead is break this down into maybe 2 or 3 parts, and this will be our first part where I generally go over Facebook ads. So the best way to begin with teaching Facebook ads is showing my own stats with Facebook. So as you can see here, this is from my main business manager account, and in the past around 5 to 6 months, I've spent $140,000 on Facebook and got over 28 million impressions with about 200,000 link clicks. I don't feel very comfortable sharing my revenue again because you may have already seen it in my previous videos, and if you haven't, be sure to check it out. But I do have experience with Facebook ads, and the steps that I will be teaching in this series are the exact ones that have worked for me and continue to show results. So let's begin from the very beginning. Where should you start? And this refers to products and product research. So I always recommend that you start from your own Facebook newsfeed. And if you haven't already, do watch my video on product research if you want a more in-depth guide. But basically, the winning products that I have found in my e-com journey have been on my newsfeed. While scrolling down through my newsfeed, I found some winning products that have made me quite some money. So it is very important that you regularly scroll through your newsfeed and just find the products that seem to be working for someone else and test them for yourself. They may not always give you the best results or any results, as a matter of fact, but usually there's a reason why someone else might be advertising that product, and that is because it may be profitable for them and they're earning money from it. So this is why I definitely recommend that you try to start from your own Facebook newsfeed and just scroll through and try to find products that other dropshipping stores are advertising. So in essence, you want to find something that someone else is already having success with. There is no need to try something completely new when you haven't had much success at all with Facebook. The smart thing to do would be to hop on the trend, and that is by just hopping on the trend of the product that someone else is selling and try to sell it for yourself. And this is definitely number one way you can find success with Shopify and dropshipping in general. So here, before we dive into the other metrics and all, I want to go over what you should not be doing. So you should never directly copy someone fully. You need to always introduce your own twist. That could be by adding your own text or changing the text that they already have and tweaking it to make it better. Because in my experience, just copying something directly word for word can lead to takedown notices, also called DMCA. And I have myself filed some DMCAs against other dropshipping stores because they have copied my own advertisements word for word. And this is completely unethical and unbusinesslike. You need to be professional and make your own things that you put out. And just to avoid any types of problems, I always recommend that you never directly copy someone. Always try to introduce your own twist and make it better. And another thing that you should definitely not do is just find some random product picture because you don't have time to put into this and use it for your ads, because number one, you'll just end up losing money, and number two, even if it's a profitable product, it might not do so good because the picture you provided is low quality. So always trying to find the best picture that you can and definitely put some time into this because this determines whether you get any sales or not. And the third thing, which I see a lot, is many people think after watching these YouTube people who show their earnings that you'll strike rich after your first few ads. And this could not be more wrong because, as I have mentioned previously, e-commerce is a journey. You can't expect to be rich with the first few ads. It's going to take time and effort and even some money lost. But I like to mention this, that I never say the money is lost in Facebook ads because it's invested in getting data for your pixel. So you definitely need to understand that you will not, unless you're very lucky, you will not become rich after the first few ads. It's going to take testing and testing. In fact, some people test around 10 to 20 products before they even find something profitable. So don't lose hope if you're losing money and you're on your 7th product and you haven't found any success. Just keep on trying. And this leads me to the 4th thing, which is they give up and think dropshipping is dead after losing X amount of money. Again, the only way to lose in this business is by stopping the testing. You need to keep on testing your products, and you need to follow some business ethics in order to maximize your chances of finding a profitable product and earning more money down the line. Competition. So, as I mentioned, the best way to start is from your Facebook newsfeed. And what exactly do you do with those ads that you see on your newsfeed? You need to learn from them. Basically, you need to see how they word their ads, what kind of images do they use, what kind of elements did they add, such as scarcity, or did they appeal to emotions, etc. You need to make a list of these things. A mental list is fine. Just make sure that you know what kind of things the other dropshipping store has added to their ad and why it may be so successful. In fact, you should go to their website, add the item to cart, and reach checkout. This adds you to their retargeting list so you can see what kind of retargeting ads they're putting out, and it also lets you know what kind of sales funnel they have or if they have any upsells or downsell, etc. So definitely learn from your competition, because competition is good, and without competition we would not be earning any money. So definitely learn from them, look at what mistakes they have made and improve upon them so you can have a better chance of earning more money than they already do. A few other things is find where the competition lacks and take advantage of it, as I have already mentioned. And what you can do, I know this may be going a little over, but you should definitely think about ordering a product just so you can see if they use a US fulfillment center, which means that you would actually get the product within 7 business days, or if they have custom packaging. This lets you know how successful they are as a brand and if they're having success with their item. And it lets you plan long term, because you may be able to convert your own store, if you haven't already, or if it's a general store, into a niche store. Another thing that you can do is search their website on your mobile phone and see if they're mobile friendly. Many websites out there lose a lot of revenue every year because they're not mobile friendly. And from today onwards, in this generation onwards, you need to be mobile friendly to make money. Basically, all my ads are targeted towards mobile phones. So you definitely need to see if they're mobile friendly, and if they're not, see where they make mistakes and improve upon it. And make sure your website is mobile friendly. You should also sign up for their email list and see what kind of offers they put out and how frequently it's done, because it lets you know what kind of items that it may be selling and how popular they may be. And here's a few good strategies that you should definitely follow when it comes to advertising. If you're using the competitions video, download it and tweak it, as I've already mentioned. Do not copy anything exactly. Change up the text on the ad copy and play around with it. In fact, I have an Instagram caption file, and the link will be down in the description below, but you could definitely try playing around with the caption that I already have as an example, and just try out different things, make it the best you can and see what works for you, because something that works for me may definitely not work for you. So you need to definitely add your own twist to everything. As for testing, you should definitely put out 10 to 20 ad sets within one campaign targeting different audiences, and the part 2 will cover this in depth, but this is what I do to test a new product. Putting out 10 to 20 ad sets makes it so that you will at least get 1 to 2 good ad sets, and it will let you know whether the product is a winning product or not, because if it's a winning product, you'll start seeing good results on the first day that you advertise. And what I also recommend is test 1 to 2 products each day, no more, because you need to spend time making the ad for one product the best it can be, instead of rushing and trying 5 to 10 products a day like some other mentors recommend. So remember, slow and steady wins the race. So just try 1 to 2 products per day, make the ad the best that it can be, and this will maximize your chances of getting a winning product much quicker than just putting ads out there hoping one will strike. And here's the advertising specifications for the individual ads. For location, I always choose people who live in this location, and I always test with US only. I never test worldwide because US has the highest buying power in the world. And you can specify the age based on the item you're selling. For example, if you're selling something for older women, there would be no point in targeting 18 to 65. What you would do instead is target 45 to 65 or so on. It definitely is based on the type of item you're selling. And you should definitely try different audience sizes. You should not limit yourself to having only a reach greater than 1 million or less than 1 million. Many people out there recommend that you should have broad audiences or narrow audiences, etc. But I recommend that you try both and see what works for your item. And this is where the 10 to 20 ad sets come into play. Try ad sets where your audience size is less than 1 million or some where it's greater than 1 million, 5 million, etc. And this can be done with the 10 to 20 ad sets. And based upon the results, whatever gives you the highest results, you'll know that product requires a narrow audience or a broad audience. So definitely don't limit yourself and try different things. So this is, I think, the most important part of this presentation, and it is key traits. You need to have patience when you're in e-commerce. I'm sorry, but you won't grow rich overnight, and that's the fact. It takes time and knowledge to get far in this business. The more you push yourself and the more time you put into it, the greater the results. And that leads me to my second trait, which is resilience. Don't quiver with anxiety if you're losing money, because I promise you, you'll earn it back within days once you find that winning product. So keep on hustling and don't give up. And you should also put a lot of focus into this if you want to get somewhere. You should put time into your store each day, specifically the marketing if you want success. Only 20% of your time should go to making the website better, but 80% should go towards marketing. And you need to remain open-minded. You will learn many things in your e-com journey that you didn't know before, and it will be mostly about business and life as well. Take it and learn from it. You won't get far without learning from your mistakes in this business and life in general. And best of all, you need the right mindset. You can do it. It's only a matter of time until you reach success. You can achieve any type of success once you become a good marketer. And like I've mentioned in my previous videos, this business is basically a marketing business. The better marketer takes in the sales. And don't worry, you don't have to do anything extra, but the marketing skills is just usually learned unconsciously by all the ads that you put out. Because each time you're learning how to put out better ads, and that just makes you a better marketer. And thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for my next video with the live demo and exact targeting techniques. And if you haven't already, do click the subscribe button down below and join our growing family.